All right, Chad George. This is for SureDog.com. So I guess I saw some of the interview you did with Sean Merriman for Lights Out Extreme Fighting. That's on July 6th. You're fighting your last fight. Is that right?
That's it, man. July 6th, 15 years. We wrapped this puppy up.
So from what I saw, I don't know if depending on when folks hear this. Is it just because you have another call? You want to focus on coaching more?
Yeah, for me, I've been doing this for so long now, and unless my goal is to keep being selfish and become UFC champion, I need to be able to give my attention to the up and coming athletes that I have in my academy. And we have so many amazing guys that want to make a career out of this that really have an opportunity that I never had coming up in the sport. They've got people around them that have been through it. They have guys that can guide them through the ways of properly training, through nutrition, and just have platforms for them to actually make a proper career out of this. And, it's time for me not to be selfish and be able to be there for them.
So your academy is California Mixed Martial Arts?
Yes.
Where is that in California?
So we are located in Gardena, California, and then we also have a smaller location for kids in Southgate, California.
Oh, so that's good. Then you already got a little franchise going.
Yeah. So I'm at this stage of my life where I'm transitioning everything that I've built through my career just to make it a viable opportunity for other people to follow the same path.
So, talking about coaching, you're actually in Texas now. Are you cornering someone that's on that Combate Americas card?
So, funny enough, I never made it to Texas. I'm actually still here in California. My flights got canceled.
Oh, wow.
Due to weather going into Dallas. And so the times that they were able to get me on a new flight was going to get me at the same time as Cooper Gibson was fighting. So it unfortunately wasn't going to work out. But I'll be on the phone with him throughout the whole process leading up to it. And then obviously watching it on DAZN. Cheering them on.
Oh wow, man! But that sucks that you couldn't make it out there.
Yeah, I know. It's this weekend was going to be an absolutely insane weekend. I was going to fly to Texas, have his fight Friday, fly back first thing in the morning Saturday. I've got a bunch of kids competing Saturday morning. Then I have 3 amateurs fighting Saturday night, and then on Sunday I have 22 of my jiu-jitsu students competing.
Oh wow. So
it was going to be a very busy weekend. It still is.
Yeah, definitely. So, with all this going on, you still have a fight coming up. I know it's your last one, but I would hope you. I would think you want to walk away with a win. Is it hard coaching and preparing for your own?
It's absolutely hard, but luckily that the way my schedule's set up, I'm able to train with my guys. I train with my coaches. Everything's kind of worked out pretty well. So it's just time management, you got to be able to delegate where you can and be very efficient in your time management. My day starts from the moment I wake up. I'm in my journals. I'm writing down my scheduling. I have all the things that I have to accomplish throughout the day. My training's already added into my regimen, like as far as, okay, I have to do this at this time. There is no other ways around it. So I've gotten really good at my time management, how to schedule, and the things that aren't needed to be done by me immediately, I can delegate to those around me, and it's starting to become pretty comfortable.
So when you started, was coaching and teaching something that you saw yourself doing, or were you just like a lot of these young bucks out that come out and they're just thinking about making it to the big time?
When I first started, it was just fighting the fight. I really didn't have any desire even to get to the big time. And back then there wasn't even really any opportunities for guys my size. You had to be 155 pounds and above originally. And then when the WEC came out, then they finally had opportunities for us little guys, and I was fortunate enough to be able to fight for the WEC. And then the sport just kind of blew up from there, and it's been amazing to watch. And as I started getting deeper and deeper into my career, I really enjoyed teaching. And it was even just whether it was like showing something, just a technique, or teaching group classes. And then I started seeing the impact that teaching has on others. And I started getting a big passion for it. And now I I have almost an affinity for teaching people and watching them grow, and seeing other people succeed really does warm my heart. It makes me want to become a better person every time I get a chance to do it.
That's good to hear. I mean, usually some people are just kind of tired of it, or I was covering Bellator last week, when Chael Sonnen announced his retirement, and he flat out said he's lost his toughness. But it just seems like you're getting drawn into, like you have a passion for passing on the knowledge, which when martial arts, when you think about any traditional art or any art where you're wearing a gi, that's the responsibility of once you master it for yourself is to pass it on to someone else. So that's really cool to hear.
Yeah, it's been a really amazing journey, and honestly, I would like to say a lot of it came from the concepts of jiu-jitsu. I'm a jiu-jitsu black belt, and jiu-jitsu is something that truly has changed my life, the way I approach it, and the way I see everything, and the way I approach relationships as well. Is that everything that we do is a journey, and it's not about the result that we are pushing towards. Yeah, there's going to be a positive, there's going to be a negative, but it's what you take from that and how you move forward from it. Just like in jiu-jitsu, you get tapped, okay, you move on, you learn from that, and you needed that to happen so you can actually acknowledge what you did wrong, you learn from your mistakes, and try to not let it happen again.
Yeah, and that's something that there's so many younger fighters coming out that I've noticed just from all the fighters I've been talking to lately. Like the younger guys that are mature enough that already know that, and there's some guys that have to go through the losses still to learn that. So it's great that you're in a position, or you found yourself in a position where you actually want to do that. But your fight in July, I didn't see an opponent. Do you have somebody already signed up against you?
Yeah, so we've actually it's been almost like a lottery of opponents. We had one originally drop off, then we had another one drop off, and then we've had several other people that were up in the air. So now we have a guy from Mexico named Hector Valenzuela. I don't know too much about him. I know he's a pro kickboxing or Muay Thai guy from out there. He's been around a long time. He's fought on some big shows. I think he's fought on Combate. He's fought on Brave. And he stepped up to take the fight, and I'm excited that we have an opponent, somebody that's been around for a long time, that has some experience, and we get to go out there and have some fun.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely. I mean Mexican fighters, they have the reputation. I'm being tough. I mean I'm Mexican, so I have to say that too. But
100%. Like I know he's going to come to fight. He's going to come to swing and knock my head off. And he's been around for a long time, so he's not going to be a slouch, and he's going to be coming out to win the fight every second that he has a chance to.
So, working with, Merriman's promotion, it's Lights Out Extreme Fighting. It's kind of new on the scene. How's it been working with them? I mean, you've been fighting for a while, so what's it like working with a new promotion, especially in the current landscape of the sport?
Well, working with Lights Out's been great. They are new as far as the global scene, but they've been around for a very long time in the local scene, just formerly known as CXF. So they've been around for a long time. A lot of my athletes have been fighting for them. I've known their old promoters and the partners of it for a very long time. My guys have been champions of the show. So it just makes a lot of sense for me to end my career with them because I started here in LA, and in my opinion, they're not only the most prominent show here in Southern California, but they're also going to be making a much bigger name for who the promotion is as well. So it just made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know that connection existed there. So that's really interesting. Would you consider doing I know obviously you're going to be around the space, coaching and training all the fighters, but would you consider doing commentary or ringside analyst, anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I've done actually a lot of commentary before. I've done some analyst stuff. I do a lot of actually keynote speaking. I go around the schools now, and I talk to the youth. I talk to kids. I'm very big on breaking things down and just trying to analyze information so I can help people, whether it's technically or even just overcome things in their own stories that they have going on. So after this, I would love any of those opportunities, 100%.
Oh, well, I hope you get them. I mean, you're very well spoken, and obviously you've been around long enough to. I love it when fighters, are calling action and stuff like that. You just get the insight is from them is just different than I know they need the guy to read off the ads and stuff, but you know what I mean? Like it's just different.
It's horrible, like we all see it all the time, especially with how big the sport's getting. We get all these analysts that are on these network TVs, and because they're quote unquote specialists from other sports, now they're color commentating, or they're giving journalism to combat sports, and they have no idea what they're talking about. And it's gut wrenching to hear, and it's heartbreaking to see.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I mean, as an old martial artist myself, sitting next to some guys and some of the stuff they say when they're knocking a fighter, I'm like, do you know what this guy got through just to get to this night? Like, please, like I can't stand it myself.
It's horrible. I mean, I've been seeing it most recently. Like there was one article that just came out recently where they with the whole Sage Northcutt incident of him getting injured, calling ONE FC. They were saying that he was knocked out at an amateur promotion. And I mean, this is just mind blowing that these are the people that are giving the news to fans and to people who aren't as exposed.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I mean, it's if you're trying to educate and teach people about the sport, that's a horrible way to do it by bashing it. I mean, you're not gonna bring in new people by saying it's not worth seeing. That's horrible.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's July 6th your fight, right?
July 6th, yes, sir.
And that's their second event. It's LXF
2, yes, and it'll be on Fox Sports West. I think it's going to be a little delay. I'm not sure if it's live because UFC is going to be the same night. But LXF 2, July 6th.
All right, cool. Thank you so much, Chad. I really do appreciate the time, and good luck with your future ventures.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks for taking the time and wanting to talk to an old guy like me.
Hey, I'm 43, so you're good. All right, take care.
I appreciate it. Thanks. Enjoy the day.
You too.